Thriller, baby. Thriller, baby. Thriller, baby. Thriller, baby. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So, I wanted to know, like, what you think, like, about prison reform? Do you think like it really reform you, or or not? Pretty much.
No, it's I don't think it's a definite answer to that, man. I think it's prison, you know what I'm saying? If we go back to the way it started and all of that, it was, we all know it was for fucked up reasons, you know what I'm saying, when it come to, you know, the prejudice involved in it and,
Right,
you know
right,
what I'm
right.
saying, and all that kind of stuff. But I would say today,
Yeah,
uh, I think it's all based on the individual, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And your mindset going in. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? I think if you go in and even throughout your time, if you uh, if you go in with the mindset that and most people do, you go in thinking you got to be tough, you know what I'm
Right,
saying, all of that kind of stuff. Then it's gonna be hard to kind of get away from that persona. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to keep up that attitude though, because once you get started, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna get all that kind of attention.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Not to say that you gotta go in, you know, being a coward either. It's just you going up, and it's crazy because a lot of people don't know what it means to be a real nigga. But if you go in being a real stand up dude, just you know what I'm saying,
Right.
establish you respect as soon as you get the opportunity to. You know what I'm saying? Let a person know that you ain't going for any old thing, but at the same time, don't just go in there tough trying to start some shit. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
But if it come to you, then you handle it accordingly. You know what I'm saying? It's really just that simple. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think too deep into it. You know what I'm saying? They think that you got to put up that facade like you super tough, but really don't know that it's when you do that that
Yeah.
everything start coming at you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I was just speaking from the aspect of, like, you got to think about it. They tell us, like, so, you go here to basically reform. You know what I'm saying? Get prison reform and to rehabilitate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Basically change who you are. But then, you know what I'm saying, you go here for X amount of years and then you get out and it's like shit, everything on the streets gonna steer you back here because most of the time, and nowadays and it changed a little bit, but when he's coming up, it was like shit, you couldn't get no jobs, none of this if you had a background or whatever. So is this really like a place to reform you? I mean, because if it reforms you, then shit, they shouldn't even have these questions on the application. Have you been arrested or none of that? Because at the end of the day, it's like, hey, I done did my time. You know what I'm saying? I'm a new person now, basically, right? But if not, then I got to do something in order to eat. And most of the time, what I'm doing to eat is it's gonna drive me right back to prison. So is it a system that's really set up to reform you, or is it set up for you to keep coming back here? That way you can never have life out here on the, what I'm saying, in the real world.
Well, and that's why I say it's based on the individual because for I can speak from personal experience. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right,
But I can also say that before I got locked up, I did have good examples set for me in my life. You know what I'm saying? One like I ain't never had good men around me. You know what I'm
right,
saying? But at the same time, I had some guys that was in the street. You know what I'm saying? And that's who looked more appealing to me. You know what I'm saying? That was the lifestyle that I wanted. You know what I'm saying? The guys that I looked up to because I wanted what they had. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? The women, the money, the respect. You know what I'm saying? The clothes, it's everything about them. You know what I'm saying?
right,
But as I think as you get older and you start to see the truth about, what I'm saying, everything that comes with that lifestyle,
right,
you learn that it's not just that. It's a lot more that come with it. It's, you got to look over your shoulder all the time, of course. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If it ain't the niggas, it's the police. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever it is, the ops and all that type of shit. And it's really, Joe, it's bad. It's so bad now to where it ain't even about. It used to be about territory, about getting money, and all. It ain't even about that no more, bro.
Right. Right.
Now it's just
Well,
out
yeah.
here lurking, bro, just for the respect or whatever you want to, trying to up their body count, trying to, you know what I'm saying, do something that they can rap about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And get
Right.
famous off of for real though.
Young, I ain't gonna lie, young folks done lost their goddamn mind. I mean, it is. I agree with you 100% because it's like it's one thing, you know what I'm saying? Because it's one thing like back in the day, you know what I'm saying, you had gangsters and shit growing up, but a lot of them, will steer you in the right direction too, or tell you, nah, bro, this ain't for you. You need to go on over here. Woo woo. Nowadays, like shit, it's this or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you couldn't even do security unless you went to school type of
Yeah,
shit.
and it was like even in rap, like shit, you know what I'm saying? If you think about it, like shit, you know what I'm saying, the rappers and shit like that, like they was, I ain't gonna say they was positive rappers, but shit, and I ain't gonna say they didn't rap about, you know what I'm saying, no violence and nothing like that, but it was more about getting money than it was that. Don't get me wrong, if we have a problem with somebody or whatever, well, then yeah, that can, you know what I'm saying, happen too, or whatever. We with that too, but it wasn't just about that. And it seemed like nowadays, that's all the young folks want to do is basically kill each other, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much.
Well, because that's what's making them famous. You know what I'm saying? It's all really a system that's designed for us to kill each other. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Um, the the only so it's really hard to understand if you don't see. We, a lot of us who believe in a system that's set up that way, it's
Right.
sort of like a pipeline,
Mm-hmm.
for prison. uh we call conspiracy theories. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But if you really sit down and think about it, it make a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? Sure enough, people listen to what they like to hear. The kind of music they like to hear. But when you start uh, hearing a lot of the same kind of music on mainstream radio, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? That is more of not so much what the people like to hear, but what's being pushed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
right now, what's being pushed the most is um, either gangster rap or drill music. You know what I'm saying? Or shit, I don't even know what to call it. Pop music. I don't know what to call it, but that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
it's like to me, it's like like with black people, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's so messed up because we got our. I feel like this. We got priorities like real fucked up these days, man. Like at the end of the day, it's like all the things we feel like that should be cool. I mean that we make cool rather. It's like these are terrible things. Cause why are we making these things cool? You know what I'm saying? Like it shouldn't be nothing wrong with a person that's what I'm saying out here whatever. Just be about your money, man. Go get your bread or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you ain't doing no fighting, killing, stealing with it, then you ain't no cool person or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like we got to get our priorities back in order. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of hurting us tremendously at this point. You still, I seen a dude the other day. Okay, fans, right? I seen a dude, man, literally in the club, right? He got a couple 20s on top, couple 20s on bottom, and a bunch of one about in between the money like this. Now, first thing I thought about was like, high school, okay, cool. We all did look, she tried to act like we had something we didn't have. And and that was cool for high school, but it's like nowadays we grown, bro. It's like, uh, why is we still pretending like we got something that we don't have? You know what I'm saying? If you really want it, then go get it. You got other races or whatever. They out here, they ain't pretending like they got money. They going to get them some money for real. It's like it's out here. You see this. Everybody got the internet. You got your phone in your hand all the time. The money hit. Won't you just go get it for real instead of pretending like you got something? And that pretend thing can become so bad to it can really stop you from getting money. Because all you do is want to show off for somebody else. You want him to think you got something you don't got. So every new pair of J's come out, you got to go get it. The latest rides, you got to go get it. the latest outfits, whatever, and then you live your whole life broke, pretty much, and then you die broke.
Yeah, but I mean, when you putting it on camera, it's about how you look. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, dude, that's in the club with them 20s, and if you can make people believe that them all 20s in there, all big deals, then
yeah,
you gonna get a lot of views. And
right,
even if you look like a goofy, you still can get a lot of views. You know
right,
what I'm saying? And
right,
still and end up getting money
right.
off of that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Off of people just wanting to see a goofy. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Or wanting to see you because you flashing all your money in the club. You know what I'm saying? Now
right,
that's what's crazy about today, and we don't even look at it like that, but it's the videos that's making people uh overnight celebrities, so to speak.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like social media and all of these platforms is you know is making people famous, bro. Literally though, it's
right,
making stars out of people. So
mm,
so everybody feel like, okay, if I could do something
right,
that people want to see, you know what
right,
I'm saying, then I can make a lot of money.
right,
You know what I'm saying? So they doing that. It don't matter what it is, bro. You got people doing some of the craziest stuff. It's people that then try to perform some acts on video and then end up hurting themselves. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Seriously injuring themselves or worse. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't, it's sad, but it's real, bro, and it's gonna continue to happen. It ain't no way to get it under control now. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? It's out of hand. So you got folks riding around on camera shooting at people. You know what I'm saying? Doing weird. Oh, but this
Yeah,
is what
I mean,
this is these are the monsters that social media and all of these platforms have created. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Where likes can get you paid. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, but it's true. And it's like it's not necessarily their fault. It's their parents' fault for real. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't got the guidance, though, they'll fall for anything. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yes,
They'll get out here and do anything. You got to be thinking like, man, how was this person raised, bro? Like, and I know it's real old school to, you know what I'm saying, blame the parents, but shit, where else did they get it from? Like, I mean, it's one thing to say, okay, yeah, man, it's the rap music, it's this and that. But okay, your kid listening to this rap music, and what are you doing about it? Like, are you talking to them about it and helping them understand? Like, bro, they're not really doing that, Joe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Are you breaking it down to them and helping them understand that, okay, with this life
what,
comes these consequences. If you choose this, you're going to have to deal with all of this too. You know what
right,
I'm saying? And keeping it real with them. Now, don't just, it's a lot of things, a lot of times, bro, that you find adults telling the youth, what not to do. You know
right,
what I'm saying? Don't do that, man. Y'all shouldn't be doing that. Don't do this. But
right,
you will never hear him giving advice on how to get started doing something positive. You know
right,
what I'm saying? They say go to school, they say get a job, but you'll never hear them giving job leads. Hey, bro, listen, check it out. And I know you don't want to make no little money, but they paying decent over here, Joe. If you just give it a chance, bro, you know what I'm saying? Go up there, just at least fill out an application, see what they say. You know what I'm saying?
right,
All of this, or man, they hiring at my job, man, and you should put in an application. I'll put in a good word for you. You know what I'm saying? How
right,
often do you hear that now? When I was in the I never heard it, Joe. When I was
right.
out here, man, I never heard it.
Well, I think kids be, a product of their environment. You know what I'm saying? And I think the root of that problem comes from, a lot of fathers not being in the households. You know what I'm saying? And I think whoever, the government, whatever you want, so I think they understood this when they started doing what they was doing to the fathers. Okay, we're gonna lock most of them up. The ones who did this to them, we're gonna lock you up for doing this to them. You gone for whatever, and the other ones, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to figure out whatever way we could figure out so we could get you out of the household. You see what I'm saying? Now, once the father's out of the household, it becomes disrupted because you got kids in here, mama solely trying to raise them. You know what I'm saying? And you got a lot of, especially, back in the crack epidemic, you got to think about it. A lot of them on drugs too. So these kids,
Mhm.
they went straight to the streets, kid. And now, when they went straight to the streets, this was, you talking about before this, right? They went to the streets, which is our parents or whatever. And then we grow up. basically because they raised us. But they was already in the streets before they raised us. Now we in the streets. Now you got these kids coming up now. It's over with. They ain't even think about no job. Like you said, you don't got people walking up to you asking about, do you want to go to work or this and that, or explaining what could you do to
Mhm.
make money or whatever. It's like nowadays, I don't even think these kids trying to hear that these days. And I
Well,
think
no,
it,
I
I think
mean,
it come from this. I think it come from, it's hard for me to tell a child to go to school, wait on whatever, 401k, this and that, and then they watch their parents, their grandparents, and whoever else die broke. It's gonna be hard to convince them to keep doing that same thing. That's like a cycle. And they looking like, nah, we ain't on that, bro. We on something else. We need some money for real. You know what I'm saying? So
well, I mean,
what other way to go to the streets, bro? I mean, that's the fast money. But even that's dying out for real. Any real nigga that know about this, that shit really dying out for real. Shit about over for. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I mean, they legalized, you know what I'm saying, weed, bro. So it's, it's like everybody got it now. So it's
Yeah,
dirt cheap, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no real money out here on the streets unless you know what I'm saying, you selling QPs and, you know what I'm saying, pounds of real weight, you know what I'm saying? So when it come to that. But when it come to the youth, bro, I think that for one, it's the parents. You got babies having babies. You know what I'm saying? So it's really, and I mean state of mind. I'm not even talking about the
no,
age.
no, that's
It
reality
ain't got
though.
nothing to do with the age.
No, that's real talk because a baby raising a baby is the same thing. I'm only teaching you from my mindset. So what you gonna be in the mind? A
Mhm.
baby too. It's the same thing. So that's 100, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, if you never grew up before you had, well, and then you got, women out here having kids for all the wrong reasons, bro. And then
Right,
you can tell because of the attention that they not giving the child, bro.
right,
You got females out here that's just doing any and everything while they kids out here running the streets. Kids 10, 11, 12 years old. You see them outside past midnight, bro. It is crazy, bro. When I look out my window, bro, I be seeing like, man, it's 2 in the morning. Bro. How's this kid? Can't be no more than 12 years old, 11, 12 years old, maybe. You know what I'm saying? If that old, I
right,
mean, I don't care where you going. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
it's messed up because we all got our ways about us, bro, and it's hard to break bad habits, right? So if you grew up a certain type of way and your parents didn't care nothing about you and didn't give you the guidance or the attention that you needed,
Right,
then you became you develop bad habits at a young age because when nobody around for you. So you know what I'm saying? You start having sex and doing drugs, smoking and drinking at a young age. So now you partying in the streets and then you really mistakenly get pregnant, you know what I'm saying? And then you had a child, but you really still moving at your own beat, you know what I'm saying? You still now a lot of females change it up. You know what I'm saying? I have seen females change it up cold turkey, bro. And
yeah,
just because of the baby, like, all right, you know what, I gotta knock it off. But for the
yeah,
most part, you got a lot of these women that still out here partying the same way they was before they got pregnant and while they was pregnant. Some females still be kicking it while
yeah,
they pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Don't never stop. So you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And then them be the parents that, while they raising their kids, they raising them to be more like their friends than their children. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? They
That's
too they too, so busy, wanting them to like them and taking up for them all the time. And I got your back and just wanting them to feel. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But you gotta let your child know when they wrong. You gotta discipline them. They need
yeah,
some form of discipline. Because if they ain't being disciplined by you, the law gonna get them in order. I
yeah,
guarantee you. And then don't see that's what killed me, bro. And then you see the parents on the news talking about, oh man, they did him so wrong and he
yeah,
didn't deserve that. But then when you see the video, you're like, well, why didn't he just comply?
yeah.
Comply, Joe. Like you're not gonna. One thing my uncle used to always tell me, Joe, and I used to be
Mhm.
so, bro. I used to get into it with the police so much, Joe. You're not gonna win that fight, bro.
All right.
You ain't gonna win that fight, bro. It's too many of them. It's too many.
Yeah,
You beat him. The rest of them coming and they coming
Yeah.
hard. Like you just man, just comply, bro. Go and get them away from you. That's all you can do, Joe. You know what I'm saying? You can run and do all of that and play the little game all you want to, but if you really want to get them off your back, though, just comply. Yeah, I ain't talking about, talk to them, tell them, give them information and do all of that. But if they trying to search you or something, though, just don't let them search you.
Yeah, you
Unless
gotta have
you
respect. I mean,
really,
because
you gotta do something, then get up out of there. Do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But yet still, you know what I'm saying, you know what you out here doing. You know what I mean? You know what you out here doing. You know what the consequences are. You know what the risks are. You know what I'm saying? All of this and that. So, that is what it is. But
right,
when it comes to, I hate to hear people yelling police brutality, you know what I'm saying, when the suspect was in the wrong. You know,
right, right,
I hate it because it it discredits our outcries when the police really wrong. It just discredits us, man. It take a lot away from
right.
when people really are mistreated by the police. You know what I'm saying?
I
It's
mean,
crazy.
I'm because and I understand exactly what you're saying because at the end of the day, it's like that could get misinterpreted. You know what I'm saying? A lot, like when people say, okay, because you do know it is like bad people in the world, black, whatever, Asian, blue, whatever so we got to get to the level where we understand that it is going to be some people out here that's not going to like you for whatever reason in the world. They're not going to like you, right? That don't make like all police bad, you know what I'm saying? But it is some bad cops out here that do bad shit. Is that and like me personally, like shit, when I say free, I be saying like I motherfucker want to be free, talking about financially, because at the end of the day, like what I'm saying, being free in this world is like, nah, ain't nobody ready for that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no advocate of being free, everybody being free, because if you thought of this world with no police, then shit, you talking about, yeah, a reckless world. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everything goes up. So, yeah,
Well,
I do get what you're saying, though. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, it's like, we got to start looking at all of them as being like fucked up people. You know what I'm saying? So,
and that's why, to double back on your topic of is prison effective, you know what I'm saying? I think that it can be. You know what I'm saying? I think that it was for me because
yeah,
they showed me that, man, they got the power, bro.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? They got the power. So the best thing that I could do is stay out of their way. You know what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? If I'm trying to live this life and work and be part of the economy and all this type of shit, then
mm-hmm.
I gotta stay out of the way, bro.
Yeah, and that's why you said, like you said, it's the person, because you got some people going there for years, they come out and shit, they go start a whatever business or whatever, and they shoot through the roof. You know what I'm saying? And then you got some that come out, go in, come out, and you know what I'm saying, they just can't get right with life, so they got to go back. You know what I'm saying? Because they institutionalized. But that can be in the streets or whatever, war or whatever. You know what I'm saying? After you see so much happen that's kind of inhumane, then yeah, I mean, anybody can lose their mind. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
don't
man. And that's, like, jail can do that to you, though.
yeah,
Jail can do that too. Like, it's a lot of stuff that go on in prisons that, you know what I'm saying, is just wow, bro. But you gotta understand where you are. You know
right,
what I'm saying? Who you amongst. Like, you know, it's not to say that everybody in prison is, in that justly, you know what I'm saying? Some people are, you know what I'm saying, condemned for crimes they didn't commit, you know what I'm saying, and all that type of stuff. So I understand that, but it's uh it's still an environment where most of the people in there
right,
did what they said they did, or worse, or more, and didn't get
right,
caught for a lot of it. You know what
right,
I'm saying? And just, you got sociopaths, you got rapists, pedophiles, all just type of crazy folks in there. You know what I'm saying? People that don't belong in society, don't belong in the free world. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? That's
oh
what
yeah, no doubt.
I'm saying.
A
So
lot of people in there like that.
yeah, so you see a lot. You know what I'm saying? When you do go to jail, you see a lot. So it's if you don't have a decent moral compass, you know what I'm saying, and a good understanding of the world and what prison is and what it can do to you and what they hope that it do to you, and you know
Right,
what I'm saying, because in a lot of cases, you know what I'm saying, they hope that you do come back. They make a lot of money off you in there. You know what I'm saying? So
Big business, yeah.
yeah, Joe. So it's a system that was designed for us to fail, but uh, it's a system where you can also succeed, and you know what I'm saying, and stay out of the way. You know what I'm saying, until you figure out a way to beat the system. You know what I'm saying, because it's a lot of ways to do it, but it's harder for us than a lot of other folks. You know what I'm saying, a lot of other races. You know what I'm saying, but
Yeah,
you
because
can't ride that. You can't ride that all the time. You gotta, you gotta figure it out, and it take a lot to do that. But the topic that we on right now, you know what I'm saying? We talking about the kind of people, you know what I'm saying, going to jail constantly, you know what I'm saying? Because if it's not effective, that means they not learning,
right.
and they keep returning, you know what I'm saying, to that system, or keep being disciplined the same kind of way. And and it's not like you don't get more time the second time around. You know what I'm saying? And the third time around, they keep adding years. So it's like, man, Joe, how are you not seeing that, bro? Eventually they're gonna lose you in the system, bro.
They're gonna lose in
You
the
know what I'm
system,
saying?
yeah.
They're gonna lose you in the system, Joe. And what I tell a lot of people is, bro, they don't care about you,
Mm-mm.
but they don't. Well, who are they to care about you? Like, they might say they care about you and they want to see you doing better and all that type of shit. That's how they whole spiel. But at the end of the day, they're going home.
Right.
They're going home, bro. When that
Mm-hmm.
judge hit that guy, when that judge say 50 years and hit that gavel, you're going to prison.
You
He's
going
gonna go eat a steak dinner, hit his wife, wake
to
up tomorrow, do it all over again. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And make hundreds of thousands of dollars doing
Exactly. I mean, that's why like,
a year.
and I try not to judge nobody that do, sense, but certain things are like, we got to really like, is you ready? Like what you talking about? Is people even ready for that? So you ready for somebody to tell you when you can and can't go to the bathroom, when you can and can't eat? You know what I'm saying? And then you call yourself whatever you call yourself. You know what I'm saying? Out here on the streets, can't nobody tell you nothing on the streets though. You know what I'm saying? He can't. I'm out of control, man. I wishing it would, but you going there and then you obey. Yeah, these the rules. Yeah, we under control. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, won't you just discipline yourself enough to be that way on the streets? Then you won't have to go there. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It ain't like it's nothing nice coming out of there. You know what I'm saying? You in here with a bunch of barbarians. At the end of the day, cause ain't like what I mean. Me personally, I feel like I want to be successful. I can't be successful in prison, bro. I want, out here. Now, don't get me wrong. You got certain crimes that happen or whatever that, man, you got to handle your business, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Different thing. That's why I say I try not to judge, because at the end of the day, it's hard for me to tell a broke person, man, you don't go be no robber shit unless I'm ready to give him some money, put some money in his pocket. See what I'm saying? Don't go be no drug dealer unless I'm ready to put some money in your pocket. I can tell you ways around it and what to do and what not to do, what it's going to lead to or whatever, but until I'm ready to say, huh, cuz, or come on over here, let me show you how to get this bread, then he got the right to say, man, I ain't trying to hear that shit you talking about.
So
Because he got to go to bed hungry at night. He got
listen,
to look at his mom and them not eating and shit. You know what I'm saying? He homeless. He whatever he is. You know what I'm saying? Because there's people out here that's going through that.
you
So you
got
got
it,
to
man.
I remember, older people, they all them criminals and all of them. Everybody ain't bad people, cuz they just in a certain situation, they got to move a certain way. You know what I'm saying? That don't make them a bad person or nothing like that.
No, not at all, man. But it's you got to learn that it's certain things that's out of your control. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? You can't, and that's one of the problems that I used to have. You know what I'm saying? Is, oh, the police unfair. So I'm a argue them down. I'm gonna do all of this, get into
Oh
it
yeah,
and all this. For what though? What am I doing? Because
yeah.
right now I ain't got no power.
Exactly. You in a no win situation.
I could probably whoop this one.
Right. The rest
But
of
then
them
what am
back.
I really doing? Now you going down for a battery on a
Yeah.
police officer. You finna really do some time. Now you finna, you know what I'm saying, all of this and that. So it's, you gonna lose, bro. You
Yeah.
gonna lose. You're not finna battle. That's a battle you can't win. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things you can't control. So we may never experience, you know, true freedom, you know what I'm saying, without, you know, the government pushing their agenda and controlling the population and making, things move the way they want it to move. But
I don't think we
you
ready.
gotta understand that, and then
Being honest with you. Go ahead.
manipulate the system to work for you.
Yeah.
Basically, you gotta figure out how to make things work in your favor. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Until it come a time where all of that changes. And I'm not saying don't contribute to that change or nothing like that, but it's a way to do it. It's about how you do it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna win that fight by yourself though. You know what I'm saying? Not when you get pulled over and they trying to tweak, they being unfair, they doing this and that. I'm not saying be submissive. I'm not saying be a coward. I'm saying don't argue with them. Don't argue with them.
You can't
Just,
win,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying? Listen,
You can win.
I'm gonna tell you like this,
can
bro.
win that battle. So
I'm gonna tell you like this. It was somebody, bro, who told me a while ago, like, and this was before all the cameras and all that, the body cameras and all of that came out.
right.
So I used to laugh, man, because it wasn't this only person, but this is the last person that said something like this to me. He told me, man, niggas be tweaking, bro. They don't even know their rights, bro. When the police pull you over, you ain't gotta get out the car. You ain't gotta let your window all the way down, bro. Where do you live at, bro? Like, where you from? Because where I'm from, bro, so they'll break your shit, nigga. They'll drag you up out that motherfucker with no problem. Like, where's you? Where they doing that at? Now nowadays, maybe not with the body cameras and all of that. Maybe not, Joe. But they just, man, the stuff that I done seen, they body cameras that showed them doing
even then they do what they want to do. It's like when they sold you that dream, like they tell you they America, land of the free. I mean, you're not free. It's not no land of no free. If you think I'm bullshitting, right now tell your kids to miss 4 days of school and see don't they get to hitting you. Hey, bro, what's up? Motherfuckers go to jail, anything. You know what I'm saying? So how are you free?
They send a truancy officer to your crib.
And a motherfucker, you got to understand what free mean. Free mean you able to do whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it, right? Mm-hmm. With no consequences behind you, just you free. But if it's consequences behind something, that means you're not free. It's an illusion. Like I said earlier, I'm not an advocate of it. I ain't promoting us being free out here. Let's just be free. When I say free, I mean money wise. Let's go. All us got some money, and I mean us and black people. No disrespect to nobody, but I mean us. We need some money, bro. It's been too long. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we've been too long. We've been on the bottom too long, cuz. Yeah, let us get some money now.
Oh, look, but we started from the bottom, and we keep getting knocked back down. You know what I'm saying? By the powers that be. It's not like we ain't never been on a rise. You know what I'm saying? We always on the rise.
Every time we get on the rise, it's like shit. Something happened to where they change you or take this person and turn them against you. You know what I'm saying? Because you the spokesperson or whatever. That's why I say, like, in another way, like, people not ready to be on that level free like that. No. They'll say it all day. We need to come together. We shall overcome all. But then you go to talk about something real, then they'll steer you. No, we ain't trying to hear that one, bro. They ain't trying to hear you really talking about coming together. It sounds good coming out somebody's mouth because people done repeated this over so many times. You know what I'm saying? So now it sounds good to say, man, all black folk got to do it, come together.
Yeah, man.
And you can't get along. You can't get along with the people in your family. How you gonna get along with the rest of the people in the streets?
Right.
You got people arguing amongst family. People who as a kid, y'all kind of grew up with each other in the same household. It ain't like it was back then. Back then, grandma's house had all the grandkids at it. 15 grandkids in one crib, sleeping with each other. So waking up, playing games. You can't get along with them. How the hell you gonna get along with JoJo across the street? Who ain't never who you just met. You don't know him. You expect him to love you? No, because it just don't work like that. It's a mentality that was killed out a long time ago. And in order to reframe that mentality, everybody gonna have to see things different. And I don't see everybody seeing things different no time soon. No time soon. You know what I'm saying? And part of that was, what I'm saying, kind of like, and no disrespect to him, but like Martin Luther King.
I think it comes with like I say,
let's go over there and be with him. Let's go over there and be with him. Let's go, bro. Hold on, slow down for a second, cuz. What if we get our own? But see, he
Yeah.
learned he figured that out. Either he figured that out at the end of his career, or he been knew it and they was paying him off. And I hate to believe that he been knew it and they was paying him off. So I'm thinking that he figured that out at the end of his career. When
I think yeah. I
yeah,
think he
man,
figured out at
I
the
kind
end
of messed up. I
because
could have been teaching these people like to go in a different direction, and basically everybody have an entrepreneur mindset. Now everybody got a lean on me mindset, cause if it ain't me being pampered or handicapped or whatever like that, then shit, I ain't no. It ain't no lifestyle that they want.
I think what what Martin Luther King was trying to achieve was in a way the same idea. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Is gaining access to those resources, but he felt like the only way to do that is if we try
come
and
through.
join with them. You know what I'm saying? It
Right,
wasn't it wasn't a sense of, man, let's just love one another. It's, man, the only way we're gonna get access to these books and these schools and these, you know what I'm saying, these houses and these communities is if we, reach out, you know what I'm saying, extend the olive branch, so to
right.
speak. Even though y'all have wronged us for so long, we willing to, you know what I'm saying, just say, all
Yeah,
right, we
when
let
you
bygones
talk
be
about
bygones,
like
let's love each other type shit.
yeah, and he could have, you know what I'm saying. I ain't saying well, because I ain't in nobody mind or nothing like that, but when you get to a certain level of fame or whatever you want to call it, and you got millions of people ready to do what you want them to do, you need to know what you're talking about. So I don't make an excuse because at the end of the day, we all still suffering. So
Yeah,
it's
no.
not an excuse for it, but I can't say yeah, maybe he didn't understand then. He kind of well, maybe he kind of thought that was the way out or whatever. But at the end of the day, like if you stay separated, you got to realize too separation 300 black kids over here at this school, 300 white kids over here at this school. Who you think gonna get them moving around faster?
Look,
You ain't gonna be able to keep up with them, cuz you talking about some of the most brilliant minds in American history. All that right there together. You can't keep up with that. So we got to integrate. So that's why, oh, okay, Martin, yeah, we all for that. You talking about integrating. Notice when he was talking about that integration, they were talking about all that, and never did nothing to him. The moment he said something about uh like financial integration, get him out the way.
well,
We
that's
all for
what
the
it's
social.
always
We all
about.
for the social integration. Yeah, you come on over, drink out our water fountain. Come on over here, sit next to us. That way we can learn from you. Come sit in my classroom with me. Sit right next to me. Let me learn from you. Let me figure out who you is.